Hi everyone, welcome to your circuit and Tabata class. For equipment today, we are going to use a stepper or a step bench and a set of medium weights. Medium will mean something different for everyone. I'm using a pair of 10-pound weights, go up or down from there to match your level. For the stepper, if you have one with adjustable risers, you can decide how high it is. For the most part, the higher it is, the harder it will be, but there are a couple exercises where we'll move from a seated position on the stepper to a standing position, and in those instances, the lower it is, the harder it will be. So I would go somewhere in the middle, okay? I have 4 risers as my max, and today I'm going to use 3 risers, so 1 below my highest setting. If you're new to circuit and Tabata classes, first half of class is going to be lower body focused, second half of class is going to be upper body core focused. In each of those halves, you have a strength circuit, and then you have a Tabata. For the strength circuit, I'm going to give you 4 exercises today because they're unilateral, and we will go through them 4 times. You do each exercise for 45 seconds with 10 seconds of transition time in between just to set up for the next move. When you complete those 4, you rest for 30 seconds before repeating. For the Tabata, I give you 2 exercises and you alternate between them using an interval structure of 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest for 8 sets. In between each of those chunks, circuit Tabata, I'll give you a full minute to recover, and during that time, I'll give you a preview of the upcoming exercises. Anytime there's jumping involved, which there is in the Tabatas, I will have a low impact modification playing on the screen in case you want to keep this all low impact and avoid jumping. We'll start class with a guided warm-up focused on mobility and some light cardio, and we'll finish up class with a guided cool down. Let's get into the warm-up. You don't need the weights, but we will use the stepper. And let's start seated on that stepper. Hands can be on your thighs, and let's just start with a little cat-cow. So on an inhale, you're going to open up through the chest, you're going to roll your pelvis forward, your gaze is going to shift slightly up, open through the chest, you find some spinal extension. And then as you exhale, you're going to sort of round back, roll through the pelvis, round through your middle spine, gaze shifts down. Inhale, extension, exhale, flexion. And I really want you to think about articulating the upper, the middle, and that lumbar lower spine. 2 more. And then on your next inhale, I want you to stack the spine up tall through neutral. We're going to reach the arms forward, and we're just going to alternate, making an arm circle, twisting open as we do. So we can start with that left arm. It starts to circle up. You flip the palms. You start to twist open to the left and circle that arm back behind you, tapping the back of your stepper, and then you just reverse it, lift it up, flip the palm, back through center, take it over to the right. The arm circles up, the palm flips, twist open. Now this twist is coming from your mid-spine. Keep alternating side to side, mobilizing through the shoulder and the thoracic spine here. One more each side. And then from here, I want you to separate your feet nice and wide, scoop back on the stepper so your hands can come to the edge. And we're just going to move between the seated position and then press weight into your hands, straighten the legs, and come into a forward fold. And then you bend the knees. You can use your hands for support. Come to seated. One more, and then we'll bring the legs parallel. Sit it down, and then hop those legs parallel, about sitting bones distance apart, and we're going to come up to stand. We're going to do a hip hinge with an arm sweep. So start arms overhead, and then as you slide the hips back, spine stays neutral, arms sweep back. Squeeze through the glutes as you come up, arms reach overhead. Hip hinge, sweep them up. We're going to hold the hip hinge in 3, 2, 1. Hold the hip hinge, arms back, long through the spine, open through the chest, and just bend and press those knees for me. We're going to focus on the hips. We're going to do some hip circles up and over that stepper in 3, 2, and 1. Come up. So I want you to stand to the side of your stepper. We're going to march the leg closest to the stepper, so mirroring me, it would be your left leg. Up, we'll open up through the pelvis and we'll tap it behind the stepper. Arms can reach forward. So on an exhale, you're going to march that left knee up to hip height. Now we're going to pivot open through the pelvis, and you're going to tap that left foot behind the stepper. Lift it up, close the pelvis back to parallel, tap the foot down. So the hip rotation is actually happening around your standing leg. The pelvis is rotating around that stationary femur. One more and then we'll just switch sides. And then we're just going to stand on the other side of the stepper, same thing. Right leg will do the march. Arms reach forward for balance. We march up to hip height. Open through the pelvis. Tap that foot behind the stepper. March it up. Square off through the pelvis. Tap it down. So this is hip mobility, a little bit of a balance challenge as well. One more and then we're going to come into some light cardio. Lift, tap, and down. All right, I'm just going to move my stepper into center a little bit. We're going to start with just a gentle up and over that stepper. So you're going to hop up and over, side to side. Just get the heart rate gently elevated here. You're going to do 3 moves. We'll go through them twice. Next one will just be a step up to a knee drive. So we'll be facing the stepper, alternating which leg does the knee drive at the top. In 3, 2, 1, face the stepper. So you're going to go step, knee drive, step other side, knee drive. So you're just alternating which foot does that knee drive. March, drive, step, step. We're going to squat down. Hands are going to come to the stepper. We'll step our legs back into a plank position for world's greatest stretch in 3, 2, 1. So I want you to squat down, bringing your hands to the stepper. I want you to step your right leg back. Take the inside left arm, twist it open. Hand to the floor. Step that right foot forward. Stand up out of your squat. Take it down, other side, hands to the stepper. Now your left foot steps back, right arm twists open. Square it off, step the foot forward, and stand. One more time each side, squat it down. So we're just alternating which side does the twist last time. And we'll go back to that up and over. So to the side of your stepper, up, over, up, over. Gentle hops. We'll face the stepper up next. Step, step, knee drive. And 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so march, knee drive, step, step. March other side, step, step. We'll do one more round of world's greatest stretch in 3, 2, last march. And we're going to squat down, hands to the stepper. Right foot steps back, left arm twists open. Bring it back to your low squat. Stand, other side. Give me one more to each side. If you mess up the rights and lefts, no big deal. Step to your squat, stand it up, and I'm going to show you a preview of our first circuit. First up, we have a Bulgarian lunge with a pulse at the bottom. So target foot is on the floor. Sink it down, little pulse, bring it up. Second exercise is going to be that same Bulgarian lunge, no pulse. We're going to come up into a hinge, straightening through that back leg, and you'll give me a row as you lift that back foot off of the stool and then or the stepper and then tap it back down, bending the back knee, sinking into your Bulgarian lunge. So lunge to hinge, row, kick the back leg. From there, we turn around. Now the target foot is going to be on the stool. It's going to be a back lunge pulse to a curtsy pulse, and then we are going to stand up with a bicep curl, land back in that lunge position. Curtsy, back lunge, stand, knee drive with the curl. Final exercise, again, target foot is going to be on the stepper. It's going to be an offset squat position. Your foot on the floor. I want you to try to have the heel lifted so that we're really keeping most of our weight on the step foot. You're going to pulse in that squat position, and then you come up and you give me a torso twist, landing back in that low uneven squat. One pulse, stand, torso twist. To modify this one, you can either make your step bench lower, or you can go lighter with the weights, or even just do body weight. Going through this one 4 times, twice each side. Let's go. So we'll start with our right foot as the focus. So right foot is going to be on the floor, left foot is going to be on the stepper. Now if your stepper is on the low side, I would tuck your toes under, have the ball of the foot planted. If it's high enough though, how you do a traditional Bulgarian lunge is you flip so that the top of the foot is on the step, okay? So kind of pick what works best for you depending on the height of that stepper. Weights are just going to be on your side. We're going to start with that split lunge, square your hips, adding in a pulse at the bottom. 45 seconds. So you take it down, pulse at the bottom, stand it up. Now when you go to the bottom, you want to make sure that this front right knee isn't going out farther than your toes. If it comes forward a little bit, that's fine. I just don't want it out farther than that big toe. Press that right foot into the floor as you come up. Now when we come into the second exercise, which is a variation of this, I'm going to recommend you tuck your toes under so that the ball of that back foot is on the stepper. All right, tuck those back toes under. So now it's that lunge. You're going to come forward into a hinge, and then you're going to row those weights as the back leg kicks up and lands back on that step. Bend through your back knee, sink into your lunge. Straighten your back leg as you come forward, unlocked through this front right knee though. Row and kick. If the row throws off your balance, you can always just hold the weights at your side when you do the kick of that back leg. If the kick is too much, you could always keep it on the stepper and just do the row. We'll turn around to face the stepper up next. Woo, okay, now turn around to face the stepper. Right foot is on the stepper, left foot is back. You're going to be in a back lunge position. We're going to pulse into a curtsy. So take the left foot, cross it behind the right, back through center, and then you're going to stand, knee drive, give me a bicep curl. Woo, trying not to lose balance like I did. Curtsy, back lunge, stand and knee drive with the curl. Squeeze the right side glutes at the top. That's going to help with balance. Okay, final exercise. Right foot is still on the stepper. You're going to have your weights at your chest. You're in an uneven squat position. Shift your weight into the right foot. Lift your left heel. Pulse in your squat, and then come up with a torso twist. Land in that squat. Pulse. If the torso twist is not happening with balance, eliminate it. Target is this right foot. So when I come to that squat, I just come to the ball of my left foot. And done. 30 seconds. Woo. Okay. So we're going to go through that 3 more times. We alternate. So now the left foot will be the focus. Left foot will be forward, right foot will be on the stepper. Again, either top of the foot, or if your stepper is lower, I would tuck those back toes under. One weight in each hand, down by your sides. Start with that split, with that Bulgarian lunge, pulse at the bottom. Let's go. So you're dipping that back knee down towards the floor. Stay open and lifted through the chest. If the pulse at the bottom is too much, just stick with the lunge down and up. For the next variation of this, I'll have everyone tuck your toes under. Tuck those back toes under. So same deal. It's that lunge, but now you're going to hinge forward, straightening through your back leg. It lifts as you row. Tap it down. Bend into the knee as you shift your weight back. Now we don't want to sink into the back when we do the row and the kick. So I'd recommend doing it on an exhale. Think about staying long through the spine. The lift of the leg is coming from the base of your seat, not by arching into the lower back. So torso comes upright as you bend, hinges as you straighten. Turn to face the stepper. All right, left foot is on the step. Starting in a back lunge position, you do have a bend to the back knee. You're going to kind of pulse it as you cross over to the right in your curtsy. Back through center, stand and knee drive. Sorry, it's over to the left, not to the right. Hop it over to the left. Back lunge, stand with that bicep curl. Land, back knee is soft. Pulse, pulse. Little pulse hop, pulse hop. Shouldn't say hop, it's just a little step. Okay, final exercise. Palms face in towards you, weight at your chest. You're in this uneven squat position. You're gonna take your right heel, lift it up so that weight is in your left side. Pulse in your squat. Stand it up. Torso twist with that knee drive. You can always drop down just one weight for this. Or no weights. Rest, 30 seconds. Okay, we're halfway there. Whew. You don't have to move your stepper around. I'm just doing it so that when I turn to face you, I don't have my butt to you. Okay, right foot will be forward, left foot on the stepper. Grab those weights, one on either side. Make sure that you step far enough away from the stepper that when you bend down, this right knee isn't way far in front of those toes. Let's go. Give me that pulse at the bottom. Stand it up. Hips are square, so you might need to pull that back left hip forward a smidge, right hip back a smidge. Now the 10 seconds of transition time, it's just that, transition time. I'm not using the word rest. So we're gonna go right from this one into the next one. Only change in positioning is that we gotta tuck those back toes under if they're not already. Tuck those back toes under. So we do the lunge, come up without locking the right knee, hinge forward, back leg straightens. Row and lift it off the step. Land back down. Sink into your lunge. Torso is more upright here. It's hinged here. So that back knee sort of acts like a lever. When it bends, torso lifts. When it straightens, torso hinges. Oh, woo. Turn to face the stepper. Now your right foot is on the stepper, so you're in a back lunge position. That back left knee is bent. As you hop it over to the right, curtsy. Through your back lunge, stand and knee drive, squeezing into the right side glutes at the top for balance. Curtsy, back lunge, stand and curl. Make your stepper lower if this is too much, or ditch the weights. Okay. Bring the weights to your chest. Uneven squat. Lift your left heel so just the ball of the left foot is down. Squat pulse with weight on your stepper side. Stand and torso twist. Last exercise with our right side as the focus. Low in that squat. Rest. Oh man. Okay, just one more time through. Left leg will be the focus. Woo. Grab those weights. Left foot will be forward. Right foot on the stepper. Out far enough that the knee doesn't jut out over the big toe, but not so far that you can't come up out of the lunge. You know what I mean? Sink it low. Give me a pulse. Stand it up. Square through those hips. Tuck those back toes under. So it's that same lunge, but we come up and we hinge, straightening the back leg. Row, little deadlift kick. You're not locking out through the left knee at the top, okay? Stay energized through your back leg when you lift it up. Stay open through the chest. Oh man, face the step. Left foot is on the stepper. Right foot is back. Back lunge, curtsy, back lunge, stand and bicep curl, squeezing the glutes at the top. You got it, just one exercise to go after this. Okay, uneven squat, palms face your chest. Left foot on the stepper, right heel lifted. Squat pulse, weight on the stepper side, knee drive, torso twist. Oh, and done. Okay, you have a minute to recover. I'm going to give you a preview of our Tabata. No weights are needed for our Tabata. The first exercise is going to be an uneven squat jump and then a hop up and over. Uneven squat jump other side, little hop up and over. To modify that one, it would just be a squat pulse, hop up and over, squat pulse, hop up and over. Second exercise is going to be a squat jack onto the stepper, off the stepper. So feet narrow and up, wide and off. To modify that one, you can step, 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 step instead of jumping on and off. Another way to modify both of those, if you have adjustable risers, just remove one, make your stepper a little lower. All right, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, let's go. Okay, one foot on the stepper, one foot on the floor, uneven squat jump, little hop up and over. Let's go. Rest. Okay, feet wide, and I would say a little behind the stepper. Squat jack on and off. Let's go. Narrow, wide. Whew, rest. All right, uneven squat jump, up and over. Let's go. Rest. All right, squat jacks. So feet are wide, low squat, and again, a little behind the stepper. Jump up, narrow, widen out. Landing low in the squat, both when you're on the stepper and when you're on the floor. Rest. Whew. All right, halfway there. Uneven squat jump, up and over. Go. Rest. Squat jacks, feet wide, a little behind the stepper, low squat. Go. Rest. Final set, okay? Uneven squat jump, up and over. Let's go. Oh, rest. Okay, final 20 seconds. Jacks, we can do it. Let's go. Almost there. Oh, done. Okay, about a minute to recover, a little more. I'm gonna show you our second circuit. For the first exercise, one hand's on the stepper, one hand's on the floor. It's gonna be an uneven push-up, step, kick through with the tricep dip, return to that starting position. Push up, kick through. From there, you're going to be in a forearm plank position, one forearm on the stepper, other hand is gonna grab a weight. It's gonna be a row, and then a cross-body crunch, opposite knee in towards the opposite elbow. Third exercise is going to be a concentration bicep curl. So you're going to be seated on the stepper, legs are going to be wide, and we're just going to do a bicep curl, back of the arm against the inside of that thigh. Fourth and final exercise, it is going to be a shoulder press. You're going to do it seated, and then you're going to come up to stand and do it as you stand, lower back down. Shoulder press seated, shoulder press as you rise to the top. I'm going to go through this one 4 times. Let's go. So to start, my right hand is going to be on the stepper. My left hand is going to be on the floor. Right arm will be our focus through the first one, okay? No weight needed for the exercise number 1. It's going to be that uneven push-up, step, kick through. So hands under shoulders. We find our strong plank position. One push-up. And then you're going to step your left foot outside the left hand. You're going to kick the right leg forward as you bend into this stationary right elbow, step it back. One uneven push-up, step, kick through. Both arms are definitely working, but we're going to focus on this right arm. Now when we come into the forearm plank, it is going to be your left forearm that is on the stepper. So left forearm is on the stepper. Now right hand grabs the weight. From here, you're going to row on the right. Left knee crunches across to right elbow. One row, one cross body crunch. We'll be out of a plank position after this. If you need to modify, knees come down, you're in a tabletop. We'll keep the weight in the right hand up next. We'll sit on the step. Okay, we're going to sit on that stepper. Legs are going to be wide. Weight is in your right hand. Hinge forward, but don't round forward. Bicep curl, just the right side, 45 seconds. Open through the chest, and you can press the back of the arm into the inside of your thigh, but I want you to try to avoid resting the elbow on top of the thigh with the right side. I know that's what my left arm's doing because it's just hanging out. We'll need both weights up next. Whew. Grab both weights. We'll start seated. It's going to be a shoulder press. We're going to do an Arnold press. So palms start facing in towards you, and then they rotate face forward as you press up. And now you're going to do the next one as you stand up. Return the weights. Sit back down. We are upright without flaring open through the ribs when those arms go overhead. And rest, 30 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna do that whole thing. We'll just switch sides. You don't have to move your stepper. I'm just gonna do it so that I'm facing the camera. Whew. We'll start with those uneven push-ups with the kick through. Left hand stepper, right hand floor, and I have my weight over here to the left side so it's easy to grab for exercise number 2. Uneven push-up, right foot steps forward, kick the left leg through, return to start. Okay, so now right forearm goes on the stepper, left hand grabs the weight. So you're in this forearm plank position, row on the left, right knee to left elbow. 1 row, 1 crossbody crunch. All right, keep the weight in your left hand. Sit on that stepper, legs are wide, bicep curls, hinge forward, stay open through the chest. All right, grab both weights. We'll start seated. We have that shoulder press. Again, palms start facing in towards you. Rotate palms forward. Don't flare open through the ribs. Stand. If sitting and standing isn't working for you, just give me the shoulder press, either seated or standing. Keep going. Oh, and done. Whew. All right, we're halfway there. Gonna do it once more each side. Again, I'm just gonna move my stepper so that I'm facing the camera. You do not have to. Right hand is gonna be on the stepper. Left hand is gonna be on the floor. Strong plank position, stay active through the legs. Let's go, so it's one push-up, down and up. Now left foot steps outside, left hand. Right leg kicks through as you bend into that right elbow. Reverse it back to start. So that right arm is never really locking out straight because it is elevated. We'll switch which side is on the step up next. So you just kind of walk up and over. All right, let's do it. So now left forearm is on the step. Right hand grabs the weight. Renegade row on that right side. And then it's going to be left knee across into right elbow. One row, try to keep the hips as square as possible. One cross body crunch. You want to stay stable through the shoulders. So with that forearm side, you're really pressing it into the stepper, almost slightly filling the space between the shoulder blades. Almost there. You're out of a plank up next. All right, keep the weight in your right hand. Come to sit on that step. Wide through the legs. Hinge forward through the torso a bit, but don't round forward. And we're going to do the bicep curl right side. So you're mirroring me. Back of the arm, pressing into the thigh, not resting on top of it though. Okay, grab both weights. Start seated. It's going to be a shoulder press. Palms start facing in. Rotate. They face forward at the top. Come to stand. When you come to stand, you're squeezing the glutes and the abdominals so that you're in a neutral position through the pelvis and the spine at the top. Not losing connection to the abdominals so the rib cage does not flare open as the arms go overhead. And rest 30 seconds. All right, we're just gonna go through that one final time. So my setup here, I am gonna have one weight to the left of the stepper, so it's easy to grab for exercise number 2. Okay, left hand, stepper, right hand floor. Okay, left hand stepper, right hand floor. Let's find that plank position, push up, step, kick through with a dip. Let's go one uneven push-up. Right foot steps forward, left leg kicks through, dip on that left side, reverse it back to start. Okay, now your right forearm is on the stepper, left hand grabs the weight. Row on the left side, and then right knee crunches across to left elbow. One row, one cross body crunch. When you do that cross body crunch, I want the knee to either make physical contact, touch the elbow, or get it as close to making physical contact as possible. All right, keep the weight in your left hand. We're going to sit on that stepper wide stance with the legs. You can hinge forward with the torso, but stay open through the chest, broad across the collarbones, bicep curls, concentrating on that left side. Almost there. We have just one exercise to go after this. We'll grab both weights. And shoulder press to finish. Grab both weights. We're going to start seated. You're upright, neutral through the spine. One shoulder press seated. Come to stand. One shoulder press standing. Sit it back down. Keep it up. You have under 30 seconds in this circuit, and then you have just one final Tabata to go. Woo, and done. All right, you have about a minute to recover. I'm going to show you our final Tabata. First exercise is going to be bear plank jacks on and off the stepper. So hands are on the ground, feet are wide on the floor. You jump them up onto the stepper and then wide. To modify that one, don't use the stepper. I just want you in a bear plank position doing pulses of the hips up and down. Second exercise is going to be a step jump burpee. So you're going to do a burpee, jump to your low squat, and then jump forward up onto the stepper, back to the floor, one burpee. I'm doing chest to floor burpees, but you could just give me a regular push-up burpee if you prefer. To make that one low impact, you would do the burpee and then you would just step, step, and then step, step onto the stepper. Okay, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, final push, let's go. So this final Tabata is really total body. Shoulders and upper body are gonna get a lot of love, but lower body, core working as well. So we're gonna start in our bear plank position. Your feet are going to be wide on either side of the step, hands under shoulders. Knees are going to come to a hover and you're going to hop those feet onto the stepper and off. Let's go. So a little shoulder and quad burnout. Stay long through the back of your neck so the head isn't just hanging heavy. Whew, rest. Okay. Burpee to box jump. Let's go. Whew. Rest. All right, flip it around. Bear plank position, feet wide, hands under shoulders. Let's go. Feet hop on, off wide, on, off wide. Rest. All right, burpee, box jump. Let's go. So burpee, you're jumping forward and up onto the step, and then make sure you jump back when you come off of the step so that you have room to do that burpee. Rest. Okay, halfway there. Bear plank position. Hands under shoulders, feet on the floor wide, and we'll hop them up onto the step. Let's go. If it's too high and you have adjustable risers, just take a riser away to make this a little easier. Rest. All right, burpees. Let's go. You'll notice in the modification, I'm stepping and I'm bringing my hands to the stepper instead of all the way to the floor. All right, bear plank position, final set. Last time each exercise, 2 20-second pushes. Let's do it. Go, jump up, down, narrow, wide. Whew. All right, come to your feet. Final 20-second push, burpees to that box jump. We cool it down after this. Let's go. Oh, I'm done. Awesome work. Take a second to catch your breath. Grab a drink of water if you need it. Whew. Oh, since I'm down on the mat, why don't we come down to the mat to stretch? To start, I want you to bring your forearms to the stepper, and then we're going to shift our hips back. Bending at the elbows, you can bring the hands behind your back, and you can kind of let the head hang a little bit between your forearms. So you get this nice stretch through the backs of the arms, through the shoulders, through the mid-back and chest. When you're ready, we're going to come upright. We're going to find a kneeling lunge position. You can bring your left foot forward, right knee down. If you need some extra padding for the knee, you can fold your mat over. We're going to take a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to square the hips, squeeze the glutes, and then press the whole pelvis forward. And then let's take that back right arm, sweep it up, and side bend over to the left. Coming upright, we're going to straighten out through this front left leg. We're going to fold forward for a half split. So nice stretch through the back side of this front left leg. Coming upright, let's switch sides. Left knee down, right foot forward. Square the hips, squeeze to the glutes so that the pelvis is neutral, and then press the pelvis forward for that hip flexor stretch. Let's take that back. Left arm, reach it up, side bend over to the right. Coming upright, we're going to shift the hips back, straighten out through your front right leg, square the hips, Fold forward, half split position. We're going to finish by coming into a tabletop. You'll tuck the toes under, lift the hips up into a downward facing dog, maybe pedal out the heels, and then settle in with both heels pressing down to the floor. Really spread out through your fingers. Press your chest towards your thighs. And when you're ready, we're going to walk our hands in towards our feet, coming into a forward fold. Vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to roll ourselves up to stand. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, release. And that is your workout. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new workouts here every Monday, sometimes more frequently. I appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys next time.